Hi YouTube, it's Shelby again. It's about 2.5 weeks, maybe about 18 days post-op from gastric bypass, and feeling so much better. I had some complications, which I talked about in my last video, including not really, thank God, any like leakage. The pouch was perfect and no leaking. I instead lost a lot of blood. I had to have a blood transfusion, and then after getting to go back from the hospital, after getting to go home, I had to go back to the hospital. I had some complications with my gallbladder and my lung, and a combination of breathing and couldn't breathe and that sort of thing. So very scary, very painful. That part wasn't to do really with the operation. I mean, I guess it was because of the gallbladder, but it's hard to say. Like, I'm not saying other people will be in that kind of pain, so that's what I'm trying to convey. Man, every time I do a video, I look like crap, but it's when I have time to do it. My kid's napping, so my husband's running an errand, so the house is quiet. So you get what you get. Feeling better. I actually left the corporate world, totally white collar marketing job, 8 to 5, to pursue nursing. I already have a degree in marketing, so it's been quite a change for me. I went and got my certified nurse's assistant thing, which is like a month-long class, like at a tech school, and I'm doing that as a job, which is totally different, and I'm enjoying it, but it's pretty physically demanding, and going back to work's been a little more difficult than I thought it would be. You just don't have as much energy. You're not eating as many calories, and your body's still just as big as it was, here, maybe, I mean, I've lost a little bit, but it's still wanting those calories. So I'm doing okay just hanging out, but going back to work's been a new thing to handle. So I'm finding that I can't work 7 days in a row like I was before, making overtime. So I'm very fortunate that we can financially swing it. It's tight, but we can do it. Because I went from having, vacation, just those guaranteed things you're used to, PTO, whatever you want to call it, paid time off, to being paid hourly and doing a totally different job. And I'm enjoying it, and I know that's a trade-off, but I've been very fortunate we've been able to swing it. So, anyways, I am definitely trying to do the mental work that this takes. They do physical surgery to your body. They do not give you brain surgery. So, it's been difficult. I really overdid it as soon as I could have any sort of food, because you're just craving something to eat, even if it's a piece of potato. Like, that first bite of potato I had was the most amazing thing I think I ever put in my mouth, because I did the 2-week prior liquid diet and all that stuff, and you just want to feel normal again and eat food. And that's like, all of a sudden you feel wrong for wanting to put food in your mouth, which is such a natural thing. But that's the kind of give and take you do. And I've been able to lose 35 pounds very quickly because I haven't done that. So there's benefits for sure. I ate way too fast. I either ate too much or too fast, or both. I've definitely felt my pouch feel just as, like, almost as tight as a baseball. Like, you can literally feel in your body where it is. I can tell right where it's positioned when I get full or overly full. And it's almost like it's like a, when, I don't know if anyone has those garbage cans that have like the lid that you flip, and you flip it over and then you flip it back. There's, not to get all technical, but there's like a sphincter at the top and the bottom of your esophagus. And it almost feels like when I eat too much, the lid the lid's just hanging open, and I've thrown up a couple times, which worries me because, you know, you can damage things, you can stretch, you can damage things, you can hurt the sutures. But I gotta think other people have done this because, you know, it's so hard to all of a sudden, even though you practice and you tell yourself, I can eat slow, I can eat slow. No, I've literally finished my meal in like 90 seconds because it's 4 or 5 bites, and I've eaten it like I used to eat 4 or 5 bites in 90 seconds. So, and I've wanted to just like keep eating. I look at the food, and so really, if you do this, I'm gonna tell you, get the smallest portion. Get the portion you would get. I have an 18-month-old. Get the amount of portion that you would feed your 18-month, not even your 1-year-old, and put that in a bowl. And walk away from the large cook portion or whatever it is. Because I'm telling you, if you put too much in the bowl, you got to gastric bypass for a reason. You know, you will eat it and you're going to make yourself sick. So there's a good lesson learned. It's not bad. I think it's been beneficial. There was one time that I just didn't care and I just kept eating. And I knew I was going to throw up and I kept eating. So after I did that, I made an appointment with the psychologist who they paired me up with, which I haven't seen him yet. It's right around Thanksgiving. It's Saturday and Thanksgiving's next Thursday. So I actually don't get to see him till the week after that just because he's booked. So hopefully I get through Thanksgiving without, you know, going mental or anything with all the yummy food around or making myself so sick, you know. I'm just going to try to focus on family and the excitement of losing some weight. So I started out with my diet at like 343 and I'm now like 308. So I've lost 35 pounds and that's in a relatively short period of time. That's in I'm 18 days post-op and I started the diet about 10 days prior to surgery. So, a month, 30 days, 35 pounds. That's pretty exciting. My jeans are so much more comfortable. I can take them off without unbuttoning them, and every fat person knows how exciting that is because I feel like every fat person has lost weight and said, never going back. I'm never going back. This is amazing. And then they go back to their old habits, which is what I do and what I've already done because I've made myself sick. But it is exciting to know that, it's scary. It's scary to know that I could maybe never pig out again because that's my crutch. That's what I lean on. But it's so exciting to know that there's literally a little drill sergeant inside my body saying, no way. That's not coming in here. Forget it. We're going to be healthy whether you like it or not. And that's kind of, unfortunately, how I've always had to be. You know, I played a lot of sports growing up, but I needed that coach blowing that whistle in my ear, screaming at me, making me run those laps. I never would have ran that many laps on my own, ever. So, and I can become a gym rat and I can push myself, but, you know, it's kind of exciting to know, and I hope that doesn't go away. I hope I don't stretch things out, because you can screw this up. It's still possible. It's you have to work at screwing it up, but trust me, if there's anything I can screw up, it's this. I feel like I've been pretty successful in a lot of things in my life, and if I go after something, I usually achieve it. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying that's how I am. And I think because I'm fat, I almost overcompensate in every other area of my life just to prove that I'm a worthy human being. I know that sounds horrible, but I know everyone's nodding their head, feeling the same way. Because, you know, society looks at fat people as lazy, slobs, losers. Big fat losers. I mean, there's a reason that's a saying. So, I don't know where I was going with that. But I'm just excited, guys. If you watch my other videos, you saw kind of where I came from in the pain. But 35 pounds in a month, that's amazing. I've earned every pound, but you can do it too. And yeah, don't ever, I'm 30 and I'm going back to school. I never, ever thought that would happen. So just don't ever sell yourself short. Don't ever say it's too late. We're doing this. I'm going to go back to school. We're going to have another baby at some point. Like, there's so much life to live. At no time is it too late to say, I'm worth it and I'm going to make this decision for myself to live a longer life. You know, and no matter how much I love food and I love sitting there and just eating to my heart's content, none of that is worth it if I'm not alive. So if you're contemplating it, you know, there's so much life. There's so much to do in this world. And for the first time, I feel really optimistic, and I feel like this is so tangible. I mean, it's a proven science. There's no way I can shove 3,000 calories into my body right now. And that's how much my body needs to maintain its weight without any activity, because I'm like 300 some pounds, 308 or whatever. Almost in the 200s. Anyways, so it's just not scientifically, physically possible. So I know it's going to fall off. It's, can I keep it off? Because you can eat a 3-pound bag of M's, one M&M at a time. Every few minutes, you could eat that whole bag all day long. It's making good choices and all that stuff. So I'm going to need your guys' support to keep this going. So, my face looks thinner. And I hate my snaggle tooth. Years of braces and headgear just to have your teeth go crooked later on in life. And then you can't stop staring at it when you're doing videos. But that's okay. Because you don't have to be perfect in life. Thanks, guys. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. Do really be careful lifting or moving things. I was helping a patient with work, a resident as we call them, and I totally ripped open one of my incisions. So the scab kind of ripped away and it opened up, and it bled a little. I mean, not the end of the world, definitely room for infection to get in there. So I cleaned it really well and recovered it, because at this point I've had it uncovered because it just got kind of a big thick scab on it. I'm waiting for it to scab over and start healing again. But if you have any open incisions, you need to make sure and clean it very, very well, and you need to make sure and keep it covered, because all it takes is just a little something to get in there, and that is a big body cavity inside there that could really cause some stuff. So yeah, if you tear it in any way, you need to, if you don't feel comfortable cleaning it, call your doctor and go in there and have the nurse do it, because it's so important. All this stuff I've been learning in these classes, it's no joke. It's so easy for an infection to happen. So just little I'm not a nurse yet, giving advice. So I hope everyone has a good day and enjoys this. Sorry I blabbered on for so long. Bye.